This is me. Most of my early years were spent moving around the country, starting here, going there, then there, back to here, and eventually settling in here. I always loved music from movies especially. It always had this way of transporting you to another dimension, at least me. Before the age of 10, I wanted to play an instrument. First, it was guitar, then bass, then violin, then drums, then guitar, and so on. I bought my first guitar when I was 10. I played until my fingers were red and swollen. I started several bands before high school, but none of them really stuck on the account that no one could play their instruments. By 9th grade, I found a group of guys that shared my enthusiasm. We played a lot of local shows, and by the end of high school, we made quite a name for ourselves in our local scene. One day, we played with a band from here. Their singer had just quit, and they asked me to fill in on an upcoming tour in Europe. I did. And in 2006, I joined the band as their new singer. For 5 years, I lived as a vagabond, playing show after show and making this record, then this one, then this one, and this one. When we were sufficiently exhausted by the lifestyle, we hung up the towel and I moved here, where life was cheap and everyone had dreams of doing fun and awesome things with their lives. Since I wasn't qualified to do anything else, I took up a job at a restaurant washing dishes. I had a little recording studio set up that was in the laundry room connected to my room, and I continued to write music. I got an internship at a studio, bought a bunch of books on audio recording and mixing, and tried to learn everything I could about audio production. That was when a filmmaker friend of mine trusted me enough to write music for his documentary. I was immediately hooked on writing music for the screen, and my love for film music was rekindled. Eventually, my roommate and I started a studio together. I would produce bands and score whatever projects came my way. I ended up with a decent library of extra songs, and I wasn't doing anything with them, and right around the same time, my friends were starting a licensing company. So I partnered with them and put all my songs up on their website. A few years later, I ended up taking a job as a staff composer at that company, where I wrote and produced over 350 tracks in less than 4 years. I wrote in as many genres as I could, always learning and growing. I also continued to score films and commercials on the side. I wrote a lot of music. At the end of 2021, the company cut our department. Felt like it came out of nowhere. But it was honestly the best thing that could have happened. I now had freedom and ownership in all of my work. I was back on my feet in no time, scoring commercials and documentaries and writing for more traditional sync opportunities. And that leads me to where I am now, doing exactly what I love to do, helping transport people to another place. Music has this insane power to make us understand the things that are happening inside of our heads that we can't put words to. I'm so proud to be writing music as my main source of income, but if I had any other job, I would still be writing music because it's a need, it's a necessity. It's something that helps me make sense of my life, of my emotions, of the things that feel a little deeper just under the surface that you don't have words for. This has been my story. Thanks for watching.